Negotiators from China and the United States continue to work towards a trade dispute resolution, even as a late-month meeting between the two countries' leaders has been postponed. In testimony before the House Ways and Means Committee on Thursday, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin told lawmakers that they have made a lot of progress with China and that it's more important to get any agreement right than it is to get any quick agreement. Still, he said negotiators are working diligently. Reuters reports that Chinese industrial output has now fallen to a 17-year low as their jobless rate has increased. And the government has also announced billions of dollars in tax cuts and spending in an effort to keep the economy from falling to pre-1990 lows. Yet, China continues to battle trade disputes on two separate fronts, as the European Union this week announced a 10-point plan intended to balance trade with the world's second largest economy. Well, a bipartisan group of House lawmakers recently introduced the Health Insurance Tax Relief Act. It's H.R. 1398, would prevent the health insurance tax from going into effect until after 2021. American Farm Bureau Federation says that most farmers, ranches, and other small businesses don't have a large enough pool of employees to self-insure, so they are forced to purchase health insurance for themselves, their families, and employees on the fully insured market. There's a moratorium on the collection of the tax this year, but in 2020, it would collectively add an estimated $16 billion in the cost of coverage for these groups. Farm Bureau suggests it would average $500 in added health insurance premiums per family. And the United States is the world's largest exporter of corn. Its exports have exceeded all other countries in every year except for 2012. It was a year of severe drought conditions in the Midwest. Well, last year, U.S. exports were nearly 3 times that of the closest competitors, Argentina, Brazil, and the Ukraine. And although the U.S. is likely to remain the leading corn exporter for years to come, little of that global growth in corn trade since 2010 can be attributed to the U.S. Collectively, Argentina, Brazil, and Ukraine have nearly tripled their exports, growing from 30 million tons in 2010 to over 86 million in 2018. In contrast, U.S. exports grew from 47 million tons in 2010 to 62 million in 2018. That was an increase of just 34%. So from 2010 to 2018, global corn trade increased from 92 million tons to 167, an increase of 75 million tons. And of that, most of the gains can be attributed to those 3 countries, again, Argentina, Brazil, and the Ukraine. With another Ag News update, I'm Tony St. James.